What's up guys, welcome to my channel. Right here we'll watch some interesting and creepy videos that'll make you question our reality. So let's go! Alright.
The whole entire world is being distracted by the P. Diddy case. What's going on with Diddy? The whole soap opera. So I sat back and I asked myself, why? Why are they making light of this right now? I mean, if he's wrong, he's definitely wrong. But why are they making light of it? What are they trying to hide? Because usually when they got one thing going on over here, they have something else going on over here. So I did my research. And on the same day that they came and arrested Mr. P. Diddy and had the media in a frenzy, social media in a frenzy. But on that same day, did you know? Yeah, did you know 23andMe? Yes. That 23andMe, the DNA database, every single CEO and director has resigned.
Really?
Now you gotta ask yourself, why would
Every one of them?
the CEOs and directors resign? Now let's go back to when the data breach happened. And at least 7 million people, 7 million customers, data was breached. DNA data was breached, and nobody knew that these guys resigned on the same day that P. Diddy got locked up. Don't you think this is something that you should have knew about? They have a lot of power. You know what's about to go down, right? Pay attention.
This chip bag is really cool. However, if you want me to buy this chip bag for $1,800, no.
A cyber attack so devastating they had to call in the National Guard is going on right now. St. Paul, Minnesota was hit by what officials are calling a deliberate, coordinated digital attack by a sophisticated external actor. The entire city government was shut down. Not slowed down, shut down. Online payments for utilities are disabled. All Wi-Fi in city buildings is dead. Libraries can't check out books electronically. Workers are having to resort by doing everything by pen and paper. The FBI couldn't stop it. 2 national cybersecurity firms couldn't stop it. So Governor Tim Walz activated the National Guard's cybersecurity unit. The mayor said the scale and complexity exceeded both internal and commercial response capabilities. What's crazy is there's been no ransom demand. The hackers didn't want any money. It appears they wanted to prove they could completely destroy a city's digital infrastructure. Is this proof that our digital world could be turned off like a light switch?
How come I don't see it on the news?
Speaking of hurricanes, Andrew,
In southwest Arkansas, there's enough lithium in this area. Global lithium need could be covered 9 times over by the amount of lithium in this deposit. Lithium is found in a brine in the Smackover aquifers. This lithium deposit connects from Arkansas down to where the flooding in Texas happened. It gets really creepy when you start to look at how they bring that brine to the surface. So right now there's something called wastewater, and there's a debate that's been going on in Texas for years. Who has rights to the minerals in the waters? Historically, the landowner has the rights to that, but oil's different. Oil's a mineral right. They were seeding on July 2nd. January 21st, legislation passed that gave the rights to the mineral deposits in the surface wastewater over to the oil companies. It went into effect July 1st. The flood happened July 4th. So the flooding that happened is literally raising the brine with lithium straight up to the surface.
the theory is that it was purposely flooded. This is all part of the grand scheme of harvesting lithium, potentially. Speaking of hurricanes, Andrew,
In southwest Arkansas, there's enough lithium in this
Wow. So the private-owned cloud seeding company was not really worried about the consequences either because of the money. The background traffic goes through its body. Do you see that?
What in the actual hell?
Nobody.
There's literally
Terrifying moments for 3 teen South Bay athletes in Southern California. They were there to compete in a water polo tournament. Now, the girls say someone tried to break into their hotel room as they were sleeping, using a wire to pull down the door handle from the outside. The video is really stunning and scary. Marianne Favreau spoke to one of the teens and her mother today and has a story you'll see only on NBC Bay Area. Marianne joins us now, and that video is appalling. I spoke with one of the girls who woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of her hotel door rattling. She videotaped the incident and described it as one of the most terrifying experiences of her life.
Whoa.
This is what 17-year-old Charlotte woke up to around 12:30 Friday morning. Someone using a bent wire to try and open her locked hotel room door. You can even see the loop hooking onto the door handle. That's when Charlotte woke up her 2 water polo teammates in the room.
It's like our first thought was that like someone was trying to come in there and like kidnap us, I guess, or something. So we were all just really scared.
Charlotte, who asked us not to show her face, says she shot the video of the wire and then grabbed it. She even tried speaking to the person on the other side of the door.
Go away. Honestly, it was probably one of the scariest things like that has really ever happened to me.
The 3 teenage girls were staying at the Marriott Delta Hotel in Garden Grove before a water polo tournament. Charlotte's mother, her coach, and other parents filed a police report. We reached out to Marriott and the general manager of the hotel repeatedly to ask about the incident, but have not received a response. Charlotte's mother, Tiffany, says she met directly with the hotel GM, who she says told her the incident involved a room check.
They did confirm that it was an employee. And when I asked if the employee had been terminated, I was told that he was going to be terminated.
After the incident, Charlotte says the hotel gave the girls a gift basket and balloons, and they later switched rooms. Tiffany's mother is relieved Charlotte is safe, but she wants someone to explain why someone was trying to get inside her daughter's locked hotel room after midnight.
I have no idea. Was it theft? Was it trafficking? Like, was it... I want to know, because the explanation that has been provided is doesn't add up.
Charlotte says after the scare, she could barely sleep.
We were all just kind of like freaking out, like everyone was kind of in a panic in our room.
She hopes by speaking out, other young athletes will be more aware of their surroundings when they travel, even in their locked hotel room.
So remember when you go to travel outside, and nowadays it's all like a key card. So make sure you wrap a towel on your handle. All right.
Poco antes de las 10 de la noche y así se veía venir.
Oh, that sucks. Huh? The Starlink?
Во, ебать нахуй.
So many weird stuff happening in the sky recently. Is there like a war going on? But it's just everything's cloaked. Like supposedly a trillion UAPs in the air and then we cannot see anything.
I recently came across a video that went viral. A guy who kept having sleep paralysis in the middle of the night. It would be 3 a.m. and for some reason he would always get sleep paralysis at this time. So he ended up setting up a camera, and it wasn't just a regular camera, it was a thermal camera, and he caught
something while he was having sleep paralysis?
Exactly, yes. Watch.
Shut the fuck up, bro. What the fuck?
Look.
There's also orbs in the air. See the orbs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look, he gets up. So now I ended up getting sleep paralysis for the very first time.
This motherfucker.
So at first, it didn't hit me that I had sleep paralysis, but you know when you wake up and you just did mad physical activity, like you feel like ass, bro.
Yeah.
But then I was trying to turn to get my water, and I was facing this way, so I was trying to turn that way, and then I couldn't move. And then see at the corner of my eye, bro, somebody standing there. I'm thinking like, yo, low-key is you or like somebody trying to fuck with me and shit. And I try to say, bro, stop with me right now, but I couldn't say it. And then like slowly
Felt the presence like get closer to you, right?
Like, and I kind of snapped out of it, and I eventually like got my strength, even though I was mad sore. I got my strength to turn around. I was super sweaty, bro.
All right, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Real Shapeshift. Why do they call me Real Shapeshift? Well, obviously I can do some weird shit with my body. If you haven't seen the updates, like for example, my elbows, they're growing some weird ass extra limbs. My thumbs, you'll look at that. Some people are saying, hey, your elbows, it's bursitis, it's gout, that's arthritis. It's not. We've had all that checked. If you want to see something cooler, like for example, my hands, if you haven't seen like what my fingers can do, watch this. That's kind of fucking weird, right? That's something you won't find elsewhere. If you haven't seen my eye updates, go check out my eye videos. We're gonna be doing teach stuff later, if you haven't seen that as well. So there's a lot of weird shit that's going on. We're trying to figure out exactly what's happening. Stay tuned. Go check out, where is it? Over here. Go check out the page, the updates. We're doing a live a little bit later today. Go check shit out.
Starting a revolution.
This whole thing is AI, but really good edited AI. So a lot of people think it's real. Don't get fooled. All right. What's he playing? What was... Alright, so it seems like those entities are easier spotted by our phone camera, like our digital camera, than our naked eyes.
This little fishing worm came by. This is their heart. Their four hearts are right here. It's a true earthworm, about 3 feet long. It extends and contracts.
Even the dog on the side is a little bit scared of this thing.
The longest that I've seen was 1.80 meters, which is about 6 feet long. We had a lot of rain recently. They don't like to be in the ground when there's a lot of rain because it's too wet for them. So this one has come out of the ground and looking for another place to start making a hole and burrowing into the ground.
Oh my gosh, that's huge. Jesus.
I took this photo the summer of 2011. This is on my grandparents' property, very rural Western Oregon. The only other people there at the time were my friend, the mom of 2 of these girls. The girl on the top left wasn't physically there with us. My grandparents bought the property in the early 70s, no history on it. Their first house burned to the ground just a few years after they built it.
You don't just mean that dark-haired girl in the back.
Yes, she wasn't there.
You're kidding. You're kidding. That's insane.
That's wrong on
so many levels.
Nope. So when we get closer to it, it is definitely what any good horror movie filmmaker would want to achieve.
She would go into battle with Samara and possibly win.
That's eerie as all get out. The smile is so menacing.
Scary.
Because it definitely seems like an insincere smile. It seems like a threatening smile. Yeah, no.
And she's wrapping her arm too.
Oh yeah, you can see her hand above, like she's holding onto the tree. With claw-like fingers.
Just the history of the property is giving me like no-go vibes in the way of the house burned down in a freak accident a couple years after it was built, and it was the first thing built on the land. It's like almost like something is seeing these little girls, and it's like,
and emulating them.
Yeah, and it's like, I need to look like a little girl, which is horrifying. That's the last type of entity that you want to be around, is one that's able to take form this well, with such detail, like down to the shirt. It's like a floral kind of pattern on her shirt, and that's
it's hella creepy.
That's too specific.
Super creepy.
It's almost look like she actually has like horn or something, like little horn on the head. All right.
They called the Blair Witch Project a movie, but it was actually a real-life psychological experiment that changed them forever. The filmmakers had actually given the actors GPS coordinates, handed them a camera, and said, "Go here." They then left them completely alone in the forest. There was no traditional script, just a few sentences each day telling them how their characters generally felt or what they needed to do. But the really cool thing is, no one knew what the other was told. So that means that every fight, every scream, every breakdown was real, or as real as it could be. And the confusion, that wasn't acting, that was genuine panic. Every night the director would sneak into the woods, mess with their campsite, shake their tent, play terrifying noises just to scare them while they were sleeping. The actors were freezing, starving, and completely disoriented. Their food was intentionally reduced every single day to make them more irritable. One of them got so fed up he nearly left the shoot early, and that's why his character disappears in the film. So yeah, this wasn't acting, this was like borderline torture, all for the sake of realism. Like, even this iconic scene with the guy in the corner, the actors didn't know this was happening. They didn't know how it was going to end. They were just led to this abandoned house alone and told to follow the scream. And then what they saw when they got there, like the standing figure, the silence, the raw terror, that was their genuine reaction. The filmmakers never explained it to them, and to this day, people argue over what it even means. The really funny and wild part to me is that audiences thought this was real, like actually real, like the actors were listed as missing on IMDb, and their families actually received condolence letters. This was all done on a budget of $60,000, but they made almost $250 million and launched the found footage genre. Like, this is something that made found footage what it is today. Before this, there wasn't found footage really. So yes, the Blair Witch Project is a horror movie, but the way they made it, that is the real horror. Was this genius or completely unethical? Would you ever agree to be in a movie filmed like this? I think I might. Tell me in the comments. I'm dying to hear where you land on this, and hit the plus for more.
Oh yeah, I remember first time I watched that in the movie theater. I never had motion sickness from a movie. After watching the movie, the only thing I remember was like, oh man, I want to throw up so bad. Alright, so that's it for today's videos. If you like this videos, please give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Touching, where did you go? Drifting fast through the afterglow. Raindrops dance on empty streets.